The higher man. When I came unto men for the first time, then did I commit the anchorite folly, the great folly. I appeared on the marketplace. And when I spake unto all, I spake unto none. In the evening, however, rope dances were my companions, and corpses, and I myself almost a corpse. With the new morning, however, there came unto me a new truth. Then did I learn to say, of what account to me are marketplace and populous noise, and long populous cars? Ye higher men, learn this from me. On the marketplace no one believeth in higher men. But if ye will speak there, very well. The populace, however, blinketh. We are all equal. Ye higher men, so blinketh the populace. There are no higher men. We are all equal. Man is man. Before God, we are all equal. Before God, now, however, this God hath died. Before the populace, however, we will not be equal. Ye higher men, away from the marketplace. Before God, now, however, this God hath died. Ye higher men, this God was your greatest danger. Not since he lay in the grave have ye again arisen. Now only cometh the great noontide. Now only doth the higher man become master. Have ye understood this word, O my brethren? Ye are frightened. Do your hearts turn giddy? Doth the abyss here yawn for you? Doth the hellhound here yelp at you? Well, take heart, ye higher men. Now only travaileth the mountain of the human future. God hath died. Now do we desire the Superman to live. The most careful asks today, how is man to be maintained? Zarathustra, however, asketh, as the first and only one, how is man to be surpassed? To Superman, I have at heart. That is the first and only thing to me, and not man, not the neighbor, not the poorest, not the sorriest, not the best. O my brethren, what I can love in man is that he is an overgoing and a downgoing. And also in you there is much that maketh me love and hope. In that ye have despised, ye higher men, that maketh me hope. For the great despisers are the great reverers. And that ye have despaired, there is much to honor. For ye have not learned to submit yourselves, ye have not learned petty policy. For today have the petty people become master. They all preach submission and humility and policy and diligence and consideration and long etc. of petty virtues. Whatever is of the effeminate type, whatever originateth from the servile type, and especially the populous mishmash that wisheth now to be master of all human destiny. Oh, disgust, disgust, disgust! That asketh, and never tireth. How is man to maintain himself best, longest, most pleasantly? Thereby are they the masters of today. These masters of today surpass them. O my brethren, these petty people, they are the Superman's greatest danger. Surpass, ye higher men, the petty virtues, the petty policy, the sand-grained considerateness, the ant-hill trumpery, the pitiable comfortableness, the happiness of the greatest number, and rather despair than submit yourselves. And verily, I love you, because ye know not today how to live, ye higher men, for thus do ye live best. Have ye courage, O my brethren? Are ye stout-hearted? Not the courage before witnesses, but anchorite and eagle courage, which not even a god any longer beholdeth. Cold souls, mules, the blind and the drunken. I do not call stout-hearted, who seeth the abyss, but with pride. He who seeth the abyss, but with eagle's eyes. He who with eagle's talons graspeth the abyss. He hath courage. Man is evil. So said to me for consolation all the wisest ones. Ah, if only it be still true today. For the evil is man's best force. Man must become better and eviler. So do I teach. The evilest is necessary for the Superman's best. It may have been well for the preacher of the petty people to suffer and be burdened by men's sin. I, however, rejoice in great sin as my great consolation. Such things, however, are not said for long ears. Every word also is not suited for every mouth. These are fine, far-away things, at them sheep's claws shall not grasp. Ye hired men, think ye that I am here to put right what ye have put wrong? Or what that I wished henceforth to make snugger couches for you sufferers? Or show you restless, miswandering, misclimbing ones, new and easier footpaths? Nay, nay, 3 times nay. Always more, always better ones of your type shall succumb, for ye shall always have it worse and harder. Thus only groweth man aloft to the highest, where the lightning striketh and shattereth him, high enough for the lightning. Towards the few, the long, the remote, go forth my soul and my seeking. Of what account to me are your many little short miseries? Ye do not suffer enough for me, for ye suffer from yourselves. Ye have not suffered from man. Ye would lie if ye spake otherwise. What none of you suffereth from what I have suffered. It is not enough for me that the lightning no longer doeth harm. I do not wish to conduct it away. It shall learn to work for me. My wisdom hath accumulated long like a cloud. It becometh stiller and darker. So doeth all wisdom which shall one day bear lightnings. Unto these men of today will I not be light, nor be called light. Then will I blind, lightning of my wisdom, put out their eyes. Do not will anything beyond your power. There is a bad falseness in those who will beyond their power, especially when they will be great things. For they awaken distrust in great things, these subtle, false coiners and stage players, until at last they are also false towards themselves. Squint-eyed, whited cankers, glossed over with strong words, parade virtues and brilliant false deeds. Take good care there, ye higher men, for nothing is more precious to me and rarer than honesty. Is this today not that of the populace? The populace, however, knoweth not what is great and what is small, what is straight and what is honest. It is innocently crooked, it ever lieth. Have a good distress today, higher men, ye enheartened ones, ye open-hearted ones, and keep your reason secret. For this today is that of the populace, what the populace once learned to believe without reasons, who could refute it to them by means of reasons. And on the marketplace one convinceth with gestures, but reasons make the populace distrustful. And when truth hath once triumphed there, then ask yourselves with good distrust, what strong air hath fought for it? Be on your guard also against the learned. They hate you because they are unproductive. They have cold, withered eyes before which every bird is unplumed. Such persons vaunt about not lying, but inability to lie is still far from being love to truth. Be on your guard. Freedom from fever is still far from being knowledge. Refrigerated spirits I do not believe in. He who cannot lie does not know what truth is. If ye would go up high, then use your own legs. Do not get yourself carried aloft. Do not seat yourself on other people's backs and heads. Thou hast mounted, however, on horseback. Thou now ridest briskly up to thy goal. Well, my friend, but thy lame foot is also with thee on horseback. When thou reachest thy goal, when thou alightest from thy horse on thy heights, thou higher man, then wilt thou stumble. Ye creating ones, ye higher men, only pregnant with one's own child. Ye creating ones, ye higher men, one is only pregnant with one's own child. Do not let yourself be imposed upon or put upon. Whose then is your neighbor? Who then is your neighbor? Even if ye act for your neighbor, ye still do not create for him. And learn, I pray you, this for ye. For, ye creating ones, your very virtue wisheth you to have naught to do with, for and on account of, and because. Against these false little words shall ye stop your ears. For one's neighbor is the virtue only of the petty people. There it is said, like and like, and hand washeth hand. They have neither the right nor the power for your self-seeking. In your self-seeking, ye creating ones, there is the foresight and foreseeing of the pregnant, what no one's eye hath yet seen, namely the fruit. This sheltereth and saveth and nourisheth your entire love. Where your entire love is, namely with your child, there is also your entire virtue. Your work, your will is your neighbor. Let no false values impose upon you. Ye creating ones, ye higher men, whoever hath to give birth is sick, whoever hath given birth, however, is unclean. Ask women, one giveth birth, not because it giveth pleasure. The pain maketh hens and poets cackle. Ye creating ones, in you there is much uncleanness. That is because ye have had to be mothers. A new child, oh, how much new filth hath also come into the world. Go apart. He who hath given birth shall wash his soul. Be not virtuous beyond your powers, and seek nothing from yourselves opposed to probability. Walk in the footsteps in which your father's virtue hath already walked. How would ye rise high? Is your father's will should not, if your father's will should not rise with you. He, however, he who would be a firstling, let him take care lest he also become a lastling. And where the vices of your fathers are, there should ye not set up as saints. He whose fathers were inclined for women, and for strong wine and flesh of wild boar swine, what would it be if he demanded chastity of himself? A folly would it be, much verily doth it seem to me for such a one, if he should be the husband of one or of two or of three women. And if he founded monasteries and inscribed over their portals the way to holiness, I should still say, what good is it? It is a new folly. He hath founded for himself a penance house and refuge house. Much good may it do. But I do not believe in it. In solitude these groweth what any one bringeth into it, also the root in one's nature. Thus is solitude inadvisable unto many. Hath there ever been anything filthier on earth than the saints of the wilderness? Around them was not only the devil loose, but also the swine. Okay, I'm going to break this up into two parts. Thus spake Zarathustra, the higher man.